I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here.
Yes, indeed, as are the rest of you. We come in one wonderful package, spirit, body, soul, the whole 9 yards. Well, welcome to Unity of Wilmington. I'm Lainey Mauger. I'm your platform host for the day, and I would like to welcome you to join us. Bringing us the service today is Kara Williams in the sound booth, who is doing the lights and the sounds and all that technical stuff. For our music, we have Justin, Mitch, our music director, Katie Deese, and our soloist is Megan Colden. You'll be hearing from her shortly. Our prayer partner for the day is Donna DeGudis, and our speaker for the day will be Reverend Ellen Contente. I know there's quite a few people who are under the weather today, and I think we should encourage them to stand up and get tall and sing to the sunshine. We are missing quite a few of our regular congregants this morning. I wish them well and see them well. And for all of you out there who are feeling under the weather, stand up and enjoy the sunshine. Anybody here for the first time today? Well, welcome. Our ushers will give you a information packet, and I encourage you to fill it out so you can share your joy with us. Anybody here for the second or third time? Even better. Thank you for coming back, and please enjoy the service. And for all of you out there in cyberspace, thank you for tuning in, and please join us whether it's the first time or the whatever time. I'm glad you're here. Please stand and join me for our opening prayer. There is only one presence and one power active in the universe and in my life. God, the good omnipotence. Thank you. And our 3 affirmations are, I am a beloved expression of God. I am here for a holy purpose. I'm in the right place at the right time, right now. Thank you. And Donna DeGudis will lead us in our daily word. Donna is one of our new coming prayer chaplains. So please welcome Donna to the prayer part.
Thank you. Today, our word is faith. I carry my faith in God with me throughout the day. So let's go ahead and say that affirmation. I carry my faith in God with me throughout the day. I keep my faith at the forefront of my awareness, taking a few minutes in the morning to pause, breathe deeply, and place my awareness on the presence of God. I feel energized and strengthened. I expect all good things. As the day progresses, I pause again for a moment or two and affirm, God and I are one. I have faith that God, my source, is with me in everything I think, say, and do. At night, I look back on the events of the day and savor the moments in which God's presence felt especially strong. I have faith that awakening from a restful night's sleep, hearing a kind remark, enjoying time in nature, or spending quality time with a loved one are ways to feel the presence of God within and around me. And the Bible verse is, and they shall stand every morning, thanking and praising the Lord, and likewise at evening. And that's from 1 Chronicles, verse 23:30.
Thank you, Donna. We have prayer partners who will be happy to join you in the corner over there as you renew your connection with your higher power for whatever purpose you would like to do that. We also have forms there that you can fill out requesting connection in some way, shape, or form for yourself and or others. That will be prayed over here at Unity for 30 days and then be sent forward to Silent Unity to be prayed over for another 30 days. So now we are ready to go on. Megan, you're on.
You're the soul who understands the scars that made me who I am. Through the drifting sands of time, I got your back and you got mine. If you ever bear a heavy load, I'll be your wheels, I'll be the road. I'll see us through the thick and thin, for love and loss until the end. 'Cause you carry me with you, from the highest of the peaks to the darkness of the blue. I was just too blind to see. Like a lighthouse in a storm, you were always guiding me. Yes, true. You carried me with you. From the day it all began, yeah, you were there, you took my hand. When I hurt a bit too deep, you watched me as I fell asleep. When my head was in the clouds, you found a way to pull me out. You picked my heart up off the ground and showed me love was all around. Yeah, you carry me with you, from the highest of the peaks to the darkness of the blue. I was just too blind to see. Like a lighthouse in a storm, you were always guiding me. Yes, true. You carried me with you. Oh, we'll be sitting on the world together, watching as the days turn into night. And we'll know how to brave the stormy weather. We're never giving up without a fight. If you should ever bear a heavy load, I'll be your wheels, I'll be the road. I'll see us through the thick and thin, for love and loss until the end. 'Cause you carry me with you, from the highest of the peaks to the darkness of the blue. I was just too blind to see. Like a lighthouse in a storm, you were always guiding me. Yes, it's true. You carried me with you. Yeah, you carry me with you.
Oh, that was so beautiful. Let's give Megan another round of applause. And Katie and our band. Oh my goodness. Woo! We are so blessed, are we not, to have such talent? Wow. So, welcome everyone, all of you here and all of you online. I'm sorry to hear that we have a lot of folks out there that are not at their optimal health, but I know perfection for each and every one of us. So for those of you watching online, just stay snuggled up in bed, because the perfect place to do a meditation is in your bed. But for those of you that are here, get comfortable in your seats. We're going to do our meditation. So take a nice deep breath. Close your eyes. And let us go on a journey within. Carry me with you. Carry me with you. Breathing in. Within is your divine spirit. Within is your God essence. Within is that light that shines. And within is love. For we can never be separated from who we are. Breathe in and breathe out. Just let your shoulders drop. Release the weight that you've been carrying around. Let your forehead soften. Anything that you've been worrying about, let it go. And let your jaw just let go. Just completely relax into that light, that love of who you are. Carry me with you. That light of love and God is always with us. And take a moment and just shine that light on any dark place in your life right now. Whether that's not being of optimum health or finances or relationship. Shine that light of love and know that that completely transmutes and releases anything that is standing in the way of your divine essence. Breathing in, breathing out, centering even deeper into that truth of divine love. And like the lighthouse, that always guides you home. Breathing will bring you home. Breathing in, breathing out. And just see this beautiful radiant light completely surrounding everything in your life. It surrounds those around you. It actually surrounds the entire planet when we hold ourselves in that light of love. And just feel that energy, the lightness, the beauty, the joy, the peace of being that light, of being love, and knowing that you always carry me with you wherever you go. And so let's take one more deep breath in and release. Bringing our focus and attention back to the room. And if you need, just wiggle your fingers and your toes. And go ahead and open up your eyes. I feel like I could just float. Anyone else? Yeah, that light of love is always with us. Thank you, everyone. Well, it is the final Sunday of February. How did that happen so quick? We are already 2 months into the year of 2024. Where's Dr. Herbert to tell me how many more days do we have? Right? But it's still Love Month. And I absolutely love, 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 love. And what I love about Love Month is it reminds us of who we are. And it's one of the 12 powers, and we don't ever have to let go of love because it is part of who we are. It is who we are. It's not just a part of who we are. It is who we are. So I'm going to share quite a bit with all of you today. So as you can see, the talk title today is Have a Heart. Have a heart. How many of you have a heart? Put your hand on your heart and say, I have a heart. There we go. That wasn't even planned, but yeah, perfect. So last Sunday I talked about, what love is and being in our loving, and we talked about, Charles Fillmore said that love is the power that binds, and I talked a little bit about, different faiths and how they, celebrate love, and mentioned Sikhism, that love for them is about selfless service. And so today I'm going to focus more on love as being an action, not a noun or a verb or a feeling, but as an action, to be of service. And that's what we do every Sunday. We are here at a service, in service to each other. And, it's about compassion and empathy and recognizing that if we want to be that which we are, then love is the ability to serve. And there's so many ways that we can do that, obviously. There's many ways that we can serve. But I want to talk a little bit about, how we also express love and receive love. How many of you are familiar with Gary Chapman's book, The 5 Love Languages? Yeah, quite a few of you. So I actually read that book, The 5 Love Languages of Children, before I read the one for adults. And the two that I wanted to share about today is acts of service and gifts. But any of those love languages, words of affirmation, touch, and what's the one I'm missing? There's gifts, Oh, yes, quality time, quality time. So, of course, we have quality time here with each other every Sunday. But the acts of service form of love is when we are really thinking about what the other person needs, and we do it for them. We do it unconditionally. You know, we put forth the effort to make it sweeter for our partners. I love that. We put forth the effort to do something sweet for our partners or for a friend. It doesn't have to be, necessarily a romantic partner. You know, things like cooking a meal, doing hospitality, being on the welcome team. Any one of our teams obviously is being of service. And when you do something for someone else, you are doing an unconditional act of service. And the other language, the love language of gifts, to me is also about an act of service. But it's also on the receiving end. And it's all about giving and receiving. So if your love language is the one of gifts, you're not selfish, right? You're not greedy. You want a token from that person who cares about you, because that shows you that they really thought about what would be important to you and what you would really love. And so I thought about, in what ways can we really show more compassion and empathy to each other? In what ways can we open our hearts more? This is a very loving community, but there's always more that we can do. So gratitude is one of those ways. It's one of my favorite quotes. Gratitude opens your heart, and opening your heart is a wonderful way to let God slip in. But here's the truth. God doesn't slip in. God is already there. What gratitude does is it opens us up to recognize that. So one of my favorite books, and I have quite a few that I wanted to share today, Attitudes of Gratitude, one of my favorite books, and I know I shared quite a bit during Gratitude Month, so this book will be back. So page 44, you would think I'd be able to get to it faster with my little tapes there. Okay, so however you experience God, as loving Father, nurturing Mother, creator of all that is, your higher power, the spirit of kindness and compassion, whatever is true for you, the quickest, easiest way to connect to him, her, it, is to express gratitude. Right? The easier way to connect to that which is within, that divine, is to express gratitude. And sometimes we don't feel so grateful for stuff. We just don't. We get stuck in life, and we don't feel grateful. So one of the simplest ways to open up your heart, I think, is to do something for somebody else. That's one of the simplest ways to open up your heart. But if we really just want to do something for ourselves to open our hearts and tap into the wonders and the miracles of life, just step outside. I was amazed the other day, even in the gray day, all of a sudden I see the azaleas on my, on the bush blooming. When I first moved here, it was not during the spring, so I had no idea that these bushes blossomed. I just didn't know. And so when I'm feeling down, when I'm feeling not very grateful about things, I step outside, and I take in the sunset or the flowers or whatever it happens to be, even just, the gray sky. I should be grateful for the gray sky. I should just be grateful, period. Let's say that together. I am just grateful, period. I am just grateful, period. There we go. And when you get stuck in whatever's not working in your life, again, it's about changing the lens. Look at what is working and be grateful for that. Be grateful for the things that are working. Because there's a lot more that is going well than isn't. And when we can be grateful, we open our hearts. And when we open our hearts, we tap back into who we are, which is divine essences. We are love. We are love. And there are so many beautiful, loving faces in this room and online and out there and people we haven't met yet. So we have to remember that. And the less you open your heart to others, the more your heart suffers. We want to protect ourselves so we don't open our hearts, so we stay closed. But what happens is when we keep our hearts closed off of, from love, for example, the only one who suffers is us. What we've done also is clamp down that divine flow. So if I don't want to love you, I'm only hurting myself. Right? I'm not hurting you. And when we're not feeling loving towards other people or loving about what's going on in the world, it's us that are unhappy. We're the ones that suffer every time. So if we close our hearts also out of fear, we're the ones that's lonely. Not anybody else. We're the ones that are lonely. And if we shun someone in need, we're the ones who feel guilty, not them. It's us. So each and every time, we close off, we are hurting ourselves. So actually, there's an exercise in Dr. Eric Butterworth's book, In the Flow of Life, that will actually illustrate this. So I invite everybody, go ahead and put your hands out. Try not to bang into somebody in front of you, but put your hands out and make a fist. Make a fist. Clench your fists as tightly as you can. As tight, 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 tight. This is that frustration. When we have our fists clenched, the mind is tense. Thoughts of anger, defensiveness, and fear surge into your consciousness. Now imagine, keep them that way. Can you imagine walking around like this to people? I'm not talking about the fist bump that some kids do. I'm talking about, right, my heart is closed off. Now let your fist go. Just drop your hands on your lap. Right? That's the feeling of opening your heart. When your hands are open, the divine flow. When you let them fall to your side, the tension leaves your whole body. The open hand can not be a weapon. It's a symbol of peace and goodwill. So when we open our hearts, we want to make sure our bodies are open too, to that divine flow of who we are. And sometimes opening your heart can be very challenging. It's a courageous act to open your heart to someone, especially someone who maybe has hurt you, or maybe somebody you don't necessarily like. I mean, here's the truth. We talk about being loving and loving each other, but we don't always say we have to like each other. We're all different. Different personalities, different point of views, different political backgrounds, different ways of dressing, different ways, foods that we eat. We can get on each other's nerves. It's true. You live with somebody, you get on each other's nerves. I mean, my husband's out of town, and for the first time, I think, in I don't even know how many years, I've had the house to myself. My kids were at their boyfriends, and I was sitting there the other night, and I thought I was going to be really excited about having the place to myself, but it felt empty. It was devoid of all of that energy that, comes with people living there. And it's different when somebody's out for the evening and they're going to come back home. It's like, God, nobody's coming home tonight. It's just me. And it shifted the energy, because when you're with people, now it's not just, your partners, but when you're with people, you work with people, we get on each other's nerves and we focus on all the things that drive us crazy about each other. So if you want to shift over to open your heart, focus on 5 things. Put your hand up. 5 things that you appreciate about that person. Right? Those little acts of love that they do. Right? The acts of service, the gifts, the words of affirmation, the way they touch you when they walk by, or the hugs that they give you, the quality time that they spend with you, right? Or the moment of quality of time when you're with them. So if you really want to open your heart to someone, especially someone who your heart's been closed off to, focus on 5 things about them. So I want everybody to close your eyes for a moment. Think of someone who's just been irritating you for whatever reason. We all have someone, right? And I want you to think of 5 things you appreciate. 5 things you can appreciate. All right, so I'm going to have you open up your eyes again. And if you didn't get to 5, as long as you got to 1, just focus on that one thing, and it will expand. We actually did an experiment in grad school where we had to pick a relationship that we were challenged with. And we had an entire semester of focusing on shifting that relationship only through changing how we thought about that person. And it was really, really powerful. It's really powerful. And there's actually studies that you can instantly fall in love with someone if you just focus on things about them that you affirm and appreciate. So there's no reason our hearts should ever be closed. So Martin Luther King said, hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. Only love can do that. I mean, we can't walk around with our hearts closed and our fists clenched and expect to feel loving towards the world or towards each other. You just can't. You can't do that. I mean, hating each other, hating the way the world is. You know, I turn the news on, I talk about this all the time. Oh, right? But if I hate what I see on TV, if I hate what's going on in other parts of the world, if I hate what that person's doing to this one, and I hate what happened over there, I'm just going to walk around in hate. My heart is completely closed off at that point. I mean, when we, have a war against something, even when it's supposed to be positive, like war against crime, war against drugs, war against fill in the blank, warring is just another form of hate. It's just another form of hate. So darkness does not get rid of darkness. Hate does not get rid of hate. Only opening ourselves up to love will do that. The challenge is, can I really love that person who someone else is telling me I'm supposed to hate? So we want to shine our light, like the song, The Lighthouse. That obliterates the darkness. And when we get to learn about each other and spend time with each other, that also gets rid of the hate. I'm in that program called Our Stories, which is all about race relations, black, white, and learning about each other, but really mostly about what blacks have gone through and being educated in that and learning about each other. And it's been eye-opening. It's been eye-opening, and I see many of our folks here that are in that program. So each and every time you feel your heart closed off to somebody, open up to curiosity. Open up to, I wonder what that person's experience has been. Open up to love, because that is who we all are. And when we live from that place of loving, love as an action, then things change. That light is shined. And speaking of which, let me read a little bit from Living the Science of Mind. I know there's quite a few of you here that studied science of mind and religious science, again, the cousin of unity. So this chapter is Love Dissolves Fear. So as light overcomes the darkness, as the presence of heat causes the atmosphere of a room to change until it's warm and comfortable, so the radiant presence of love and peace dissipates fear, hate, and confusion. I'm going to read that last part again. The radiant presence of love and peace dissipates fear, hate, and confusion. So when we're feeling confused about what we're seeing or hearing, or when we're hating someone, then I have to open up to that divine love that is within me and allow that to radiate and permeate so that I can then open up to, let me learn about this person. Let me be open. Speaking of which, our first affirmation. My heart is open to love. So let's say that together. My heart is open to love. And if you're watching it online, go ahead and type that into the chat there. So if you really want to receive joy and happiness, then serve others with all your heart. Lift their burden, and your burden will be lighter. Lift their burden, and your burden will be lighter. So, the truth is, if you're feeling helpless or hopeless, again, love as a verb, to serve, or love as an action, to serve. If I can help you, I'm not helpless. And if I can help somebody else, then there's hope. So if I want to feel happier and more joyful, then I just want to lift other people. I mean, we do that here through all of our teams, right? Hospitality and welcome and garden and the children's program and the platform and the board and Lainey. I mean, we couldn't do anything without Lainey. I keep like, oh my God. And Anne with her community programs, every month, every 2 months, we either raise money or we bring in things for different charitable organizations within our community, right? So that lifts all of us up. And, Tommy's Baked Goods, always bringing in these wonderful treats, lifts us up, puts a few pounds on my belly there, right? And there's so many ways that we can support each other. And I was, thinking about, all the different people in the world that have overcome their own circumstances or just say, you know what, I want to lift somebody else up. And I was doing some research about stories of young adults that have started their own charitable organizations. Vanilla Feeds Tomorrow is one. This young girl or young boy loves to bake, and they always like to add vanilla flavoring into everything because it makes everything taste so good no matter what they were cooking. So they decided to start baking for the food pantries, for food insecurity. So Vanilla Feeds Tomorrow. Then there's Noah's Ark Project. Noah's Ark Project. Sleeping bags for the homeless, but made with the same materials that NASA uses for very quick warmth. I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. I would have never thought of that. Chelsea's Charity. Art therapy kits for kids that are struggling in school. And the last one, and this is not just the last one, it's the last one I'll share today, but Love in the Mirror, which is putting together all these different beauty products for self-love for homeless children. These were all done by young adults starting at age 5, right, up to teens. And every time I hear that, I'm thinking, oh God, Ellen, you're not doing enough. You're just not doing enough. So if you really want to receive more joy in your life, do more for others. But all acts of service are meaningless unless they are given with love. Don't do it out of obligation or guilt, like, oh God, I really should do more. Well, don't bother then. Right? And we know what that feeling's like when someone's done something for us and they do it out of obligation. And you're like, well, don't bother them. Because love isn't love if it's conditional. I'll only love you if. I'll only love you when. I'll only love you if you're young and beautiful. Love is not love, it's conditional. Serving isn't altruistic if it has strings attached. And those strings can be, well, I want recognition. Or I want reciprocity. That's not the same. That's not altruistic. Giving with love means that we're giving without expectation. That's what being of service is all about. So it's the platinum rule, not the golden rule. Everybody know what the platinum rule is? It's doing unto others as they want to be treated. That goes right back to the 5 love languages. which is if you really want to show love to someone, you want to show love in their love language. So the platinum rule is do unto others as they want. So when I do a sink full of dishes that are not mine, which I did Thursday night, every one of them, I set an intention as I start, when I turned on the water, I said, okay, Ellen, you were annoyed because they weren't done, but do them with love. Do them with love. And I did all of the laundry for Jose, and I did it with love. It was truthfully, we each do our own laundry. And I said, you know what? Wouldn't it be nice if he came home to all of his dishes cleaned? Not that I would leave those dishes 5 days in the sink, but his laundry cleaned. And so I did it with love. And, when we tithe, when we donate, we need to do it from a consciousness of love and prosperity. And prosperity. The truth is, we are not in an abundance consciousness. Too many of us are living in lack. And so if we live in lack, we hold on to what we have. And so if we're living in a lack of love, we are staying tight. We keep our hearts closed. Instead, we need to open up to the divine flow of love and abundance that we all have. And I'm telling that to myself too, because I can find myself falling back into the fear. So here's a simple thing we can all give each other. Smiling. Smile is the key that fits the lock of everybody's heart. And I just have this image, of just going up to somebody, smiling and just literally putting that lock in. I mean, it is absolutely so powerful. So my last book that I'm going to share here, I think it's the last one, once again from In the Flow of Life, is all about that as well. So, smiling doesn't cost anything. We don't need anything for it. Everybody can do it. But again, it needs to be from that place of loving. You can tell the difference when somebody is just fake smiling. You could tell, right? When you feel it. So while I find this page, look at your neighbor and smile at them with your eyes and your heart open. So, Eric Butterworth says, when giving is inner-centered, coming from love, the emphasis is not on the gift itself or to whom or what it's given, but on the inner source of love and substance from which it is given. The inner substance from which it is given. So when we smile at someone in love, we are actually giving them a piece of who they are. And I know when we're talking about, service, one of the things that always bothered me and upset me is when I'd be driving and I'd see somebody standing on a corner with a sign, hungry, whatever it was that they needed. And I rarely had any cash on me. I mean, I know a lot of people just don't have cash anymore. I actually have to buy cash from my son. How do you buy cash? I just Venmo him, because he gets tips. So Jess, I need to buy $60. But I rarely have cash in me, and I always feel a little bit guilty when I don't have something to give someone. So the least I can do is open my window and smile from a place of love and send that to that person. So we can always, always lift somebody up. So our principles today, our lesson today has been all about the fact that our core essence is love. That's it. We are love. And if we remember that, we can dissipate everything. And the highest form of love is service. The highest form of love is service. But also to ourselves. Self-care is not being selfish. Because if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of anybody else. So that mind-body connection is so important. So let's finish with our affirmation, which is slightly different. My heart is open to serve. So let's say that together. My heart is open to serve. And let's do that one more time. My heart is open to serve. Thank you, everyone. And so that is the perfect segue to our time to serve this community. And your donations, your tithes, your money, they go a long way. And the truth is, they keep the doors open. So if you want to come back to this beautiful sanctuary, to this home, our spiritual home of unity, please do give, but give from a place of abundance and love. So let's do our mudra together. Divine love through me multiplies all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is.
I am the heart, I am the hands, I am the voice of spirit on earth, and who I am and all I do is a blessing to the world. You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of spirit on earth, and who you are and all you do is a blessing to the world. We are the heart, we are the hands, we are the voice of spirit on earth, and who we are and all we do is a blessing to the world. Be a blessing to the world.
These are blessings to the world. They are blessings to our world, and they go out and they do good work out in the world. And so it is with gratitude and thanksgiving that we say thank you with love and release our word. And together we say, and so it is. Amen. Thank you. All right, well, let's give Megan another round of applause.
When we were younger, we thought everyone was on our side, and then we grew a little and romanticized the time I saw flowers in your hair. It takes a boy to live, it takes a man to pretend he's there. So then we grew a little and knew a lot, and now we demonstrated it to the cops, and all the things that we said. We were self-assured. It's a long road to wisdom, it's a short one to being ignored. Be in my eyes, be in my heart, be in my eyes, be in my heart. So now I think that I could love you back. I hope it's not too late, 'cause you're so attractive, and the way you move, I won't close my eyes. It takes a man to live, it takes a woman to make him compromise. So be in my eyes, be in my heart, be in my eyes, be in my heart. So be in my eyes,
We've done it again, come to the end of another service. I don't know how it happens every week, but it goes very, very fast. I think the church is on speed or something. But anyway, we are at the end of the service, and there are a few announcements to remind you of. Starting of which, if you came in earlier today, you notice in the fellowship hall there's a whole bunch of stuff on tables. We cleaned out some closets that have stuff that has been sitting around for a while, and it's there for the taking of a love offering. It will be gone by the end of the day, and I encourage you to take what you like and leave the rest for the rest of the universe, but please leave a love offering. So we will have cleaner closets as we go forward. Today, after the service at 12:30, will be Contente. That will be in here. If you have not joined Contente on Sundays, it's a chanting, drumming, percussion type experience that is very exciting and very calming and very lovely. So please join Contente this afternoon at 12:30. This is done twice a month on the second and the fourth Sundays, and today is the fourth Sunday. A reminder that next Sunday will be our annual meeting after the service. That will be around, say 12:30 or something. Grab a cup of coffee. We'll figure out how to work that the best. You'll find out what's been going on for the past year and get a peek as to what's going on in the rest of 24. We said 24 soar. That one. Whoa. It's going through the doors. It takes everything out of your head. The board will be meeting this week to firm up all that information. So you'll look at the candidates for the new board, you'll look at the budget, you'll look at plans, you'll celebrate what we have gone through, and you'll help us plan and participate in what's coming up. So we solely and truly invite you to join us. It will, in the past, the time has been about an hour maximum, and we'll try to keep that within the same boundaries in the future because we make good decisions, we got a good guide. The people that we honor this week as part of the teams that make this work are the teams that have been guiding us for the past 2 years, and that is your board. We have a few members here today. I would like them to join me up on the platform. Reverend Ellen, Ann, Gloria, myself, Gail is not here, and Dr. Harris is not here. But we've been here doing a whole bunch of stuff, as you have seen. We followed your guidance, we followed your words, and we appreciate your being. And I hope you appreciate ours as much. So I will say to you, in gratitude, thank you, thank you, thank you, and please come back next week. So, thank you, ladies. Please stand and join me in our closing prayer. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And now our closing song.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God
let that peace be loving and joyful, and spread it everywhere you go. Just shine your light, everyone. Have a beautiful week. Join us in fellowship, and namaste.
Namaste.